If your hair could talk right now, it's laying curses on you.
Very classless girl. Were gidi lomo ye were gidi ni.
Because you're not taking care of it the way it wants you to take care of it. Now you want Rapunzel hair, but you're not putting in the effort or work to make your hair grow. Don't worry, I'm going to break it into 5 steps for you to understand how to properly care for your hair to see effective results. So it's like an investment and you want to see return. Stick to the end of this video while I spill the tea. Irrespective of your hair type, are you relaxed, natural, transitioning? This is going to work for you. So you just need to understand these 5 concepts for you to properly take care of your hair. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is the structure of the hair. I'm going to be explaining it with details and pictures for you to understand what I'm talking about, for you to actually do what your hair wants, not what you think your hair wants. From the illustration, we can see that there are 3 layers to which our hair grows out from. Now you have the hypodermis, dermis, and the epidermis. Now for your hair, the strands that you see, they are composed of 3 important things. Now you have your cuticle, which is what is at the scalp of your hair, your cuticle. Then you have your medulla and you have your cortex. Now there's another thing you need to know. Let's talk about your hair strands now. Your hair is made up of a protein called keratin. Now this keratin is a protein that is formed from amino acids joined together. Now amino acids, they are like building blocks. So to make this strand, they are like building blocks to make this strand. So now this is an amino acid, this is an amino acid, this is an amino acid, this is an amino acid. Now they are joined together by bonds. These are the bonds that join this amino acid to form the keratin that you have in your hair. And now these bonds, they are called peptide bonds. To be specific, we have disulfide bonds that join this amino acid together. Because in your hair, you see amino acid like cysteine, but that would be like a detailed thing. But let's just say this is the strand of our hair. They are joined together by amino acid. Now, understood. We get that straight. We get that right. Now, let me tell you something. Now, when you use chemicals and relaxers and dyes, they break those bonds or they make those bonds weak. So it's very easy for these amino acids to dissociate from each other, making the protein in your hair very weak and making your hair very, very light, thin, and breaks easily. So you see that relaxed hair, your hair tends to break very fast because you're already affecting the bonds that join this amino acid to form the protein found in your hair. Same thing with um dyes. The chemicals found in these dyes, they are harmful to this bone, so they are breaking it, making it very weak, and they affect your hair type. So now we understand hair structure. So if you want me to explain the hair structure in details, talking about what happened in the hypodermis, what happened in the dermis, epidermis, please comment. I will be very, very glad to um explain it for you better. The important things you need to put into consideration before you actually care for your hair. So now, if your hair is slightly damaged at this point, you want to consider putting deep conditioners and protein treatment into your hair regimen to strengthen the strands of your hair. So now let's go to the second thing, which is hydration. If there is one thing your hair loves so much, is moisture or water. And now hydration is key. Like you don't even have to think about this one. From the structure you saw, is like those layers to which your hair grows out from is like a soil that your hair sprung out from. When your hair is dehydrated or dry, the hair that has actually grown will be very, very prone to breakage because it is dry and brittle, so it's easy to pluck it out. Now when it comes to hydration, your hair type determines the amount of hydration your hair needs. I'm going to be explaining porosity in this video for us to understand how well we'll be needing moisture based on our hair porosity. So do you have a low porosity? Do you have a high porosity? If you don't know your hair porosity, it's fine. I'm going to explain how you can determine your hair porosity. Now the first thing you need to do is you want to do it on a clean hair, so there is no product, no nothing, so just a clean fresh hair. So you pick one strand of your hair, you get a glass of water, you fill it to at least to a certain amount of the cup. Now, after breaking your hair, you want to put your hair in the water. So now, if your hair sinks very fast, you have a high porosity. If your hair stays in the middle, you have a normal porosity. And if your hair just sits at the top of the water, you have a low porosity hair. What actually makes your hair high porosity, low porosity? Hair is made up of 3 things: the cortex, the medulla, and the cuticle. Now it starts from here. Before your hair absorbs water and gets it down, this place is very important, which is your cuticle. So if your cuticles are tightly open, because your cuticles, they are made up of small, tiny cuticles. So if they are very open, your hair absorbs water very fast. So it goes down to the medulla and to the cortex of your hair and to the follicle. So if your hair cuticle is tightly joined together, it is very difficult for the moisture to pass through the cuticle to the medulla to the cortex. So that's why you see low porosity hair, they have tight cuticles, so water cannot easily absorb down. If you have high porosity hair, the water goes down very fast because your cuticle is open. So now you understand hydration and what makes your hair low porosity, high porosity. Now, what should you be doing? If you have high porosity, you need moisture more than any type of hair porosity because your hair absorbs water very fast. So you need to make sure your hair is moisturized a lot of time. These things are key for you to understand before you start doing hair care routine or regimen. Text is what give your hair strength, elasticity, those important things. So you see that this is where the keratin is. So your keratin is more at the cortex level of your hair. So you understand. Let's go to the next thing, pH of the hair. The pH of your hair is within the range of 4.5 to 5.5, meaning your hair is slightly acidic. So you really want to get products within the range of your pH. So you want to get moisturizer, shampoo within the range of your pH. So knowing the pH of your hair is key for you to pick products that will match the pH. Because first things first, if you want to see growth, you really have to be careful what you're putting in your hair. So let's say, for example, you're carrying a product with a very high pH, your cuticle is going to be affected, which is the outermost layer of your hair. When the cuticle is exposed to damage, it breaks easily and fast. So you see, your hair is growing, but it's not showing because your cuticle is damaged, so it's breaking. So you do not tend to see the hair growth. So pH of your hair is very key, and you really need to know products that suits your hair pH. So let's get to the next thing before we round up this discussion. You really want to fuel your hair growth from inside too. So this is where nutrition comes in. Nutrition is key in also affecting your hair growth. So now, what are food you can actually consider eating to help your hair growth? So we'll be getting foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, protein, vitamins, mineral, iron, zinc. Now, the reason we're getting food rich in omega-3 fatty acids, so we know that from the structure I showed you, your sebaceous gland, they produces oil that helps to keep your hair moisturized. So these omega-3 fatty acids, we also produce these oils that your sebaceous gland produce. So it will help your sebaceous gland produce this oil that your hair will be needing. So food like salmon, food like nuts, avocados, they are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, so it will help with your hair. Then for protein, you have egg. Egg contains all the amounts of proteins your body needs. So you need to incorporate egg to your food. Then for your vitamins, you can get from veggies like your spinach, your carrot, etc. Then ions, minerals. These are necessary nutrients your hair needs. So feed your hair those nutrients. The last thing we're going to be talking about is your scalp. Now, your scalp is very important because this is like the ground in which the cuticle of your hair strand bring out your hair from the roots, which is from within. So it's from your scalp, you see the cuticle brings out your hair. So it's very, very important you keep your scalp clean and ready for your hair to sprout out to grow. People with low porosity hair that finds it difficult for products to sink in down, you tend to see that your hair um you tend to have product build up. So you really want to take your hair wash day seriously. So if you have low porosity, you really need to wash your scalp properly to remove product build up to ensure that your hair can properly grow. Tips. So after knowing this basic thing for you to properly care for your hair and build your hair care routine and regimen, another thing you need to consider is protective styling, how you style your hair. So if you want me to make a video of different type of protective style you should be trying to keep your hair in check, protect length, and grow your hair, please comment protective styling in the comment section and I'll do that for you. Currently, we are doing a 3 month mini braid challenge where we keep our hair in mini braids and protect our hair while caring for our hair properly to see effective results. We'll come to the end of this video. If you find value in what I've said, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment what hair challenge you want me to talk about, or any hair products you want me to review, or hair in general you want me to talk about. Please leave your comment. Till we meet again. I love you, but God loves you more.